It's a fireworks weekend. We've had Halloween last weekend and Guy Fawkes bonfires and fireworks displays all over this weekend.
All happening. And in October 2003, 54-year-old Leslie Andrews was lighting fireworks in his back garden with his family when one of the rockets he'd lit actually didn't take off. He went back to have a look at it, and as he bent down to sort the problem out, the rocket exploded in his face, leaving him fighting for his life. He's here now, along with his wife, Ruth. It's great to see you, and thank you so much for talking about this, because I said, you know, all over the country, Eamon said, fireworks happening.
Now, from your point of view, Leslie, we're looking at your face here, and this is 6 years on of operations that we've got now. What stage are you at? How flexible is your face, and how are things?
Well, at this point in time, I'm okay, like, everything's okay. I can eat and get on with things all right. I've just limited opening my mouth, but apart from that, I've no pain.
Good, okay.
No.
Now, bring us back to the night in question. In your particular case, it's Halloween, Ruth, yeah?
Yeah.
And you have a farm in Tempo?
Yeah.
And what, a dairy farm?
Dairy farm.
Dairy farm. And you've lots of ground and space and whatever. And then there's this tradition at Halloween, we light off fireworks, because we had Halloween before they had Halloween in England.
It's big in Ireland,
so
isn't it?
it's ours, it's not yours, it's ours, right? But then, of course, because of the Troubles, we hadn't got fireworks for years.
That's right.
We?
Yeah.
So fair to say you were out of practice?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah. Well, see, we normally had, like, from when I was a child, there was fireworks displays at our friends' houses and that, you know. But that particular time, I had the fireworks bought, and I went down and had the rocket set up, and I phoned my brother Kenny to come just for bring up his boys and his wife to set off a few. And it was a damp, windy night, you know, bad night for fireworks. And I went down to light it, and the unfortunate thing was I was using a cigarette lighter instead of a profile or a taper.
Okay.
It left me too close. Now, possibly looking back on it, the wind had blew out the cigarette lighter.
I know exactly what you're going to say here. It's that situation where you light the blue touch paper, and then it glows and then it goes away again, doesn't it? And you don't know, is that burning, is that not? And at this stage you bent down to see, was it still on fire? And then what happened? What do you remember then?
Right, well, I feel that I had touched it and thought I hadn't touched it, and it just came off in my face.
It just went bang.
Bang in my face.
Massive rocket, this one.
Yeah.
And what do you remember from that point?
Well, I don't remember actually being hit with the rocket, but a few seconds after, I can remember my brother Kenneth phoned to call an ambulance, and then I was lying on the ground, and Ruth here, my wife, and Kenneth, they dealt with it. It's thanks to them that I'm talking about today.
Yeah. Well, Ruth, the good thing is you're a nurse, of course. That's the fantastic thing, that you were in hand. What state was Leslie in at this stage?
When I went down, I just put him over on the side so that he would have a clear airway, and I put him over on the affected side, put my hand under the affected cheek, and I could just feel the warm flesh, raw flesh and tissue in my hand. And I stayed with him till the ambulance came. I asked him could he see, and asked him did he know what had happened. And
so he was conscious?
Yes, he was conscious, yes. He was just knocked out for maybe a second or two, but he was conscious by the time I got down to him.
And as a nurse, did you think, oh my goodness, this is really serious, this is very bad?
Yes, I knew it was serious, yes.
Now, Ruth, now we had 6 years of operations and all sorts of things, and he had a farm to run. What could he not do because of this injury? How did it affect him?
Well,
couldn't eat, couldn't talk?
No, he had to have a peg tube put in his stomach because he couldn't eat. He couldn't talk for 6 weeks afterwards because he had a tracheostomy, and he had to write everything down while he was in the Ulster Hospital in Dundonald. And, well, he couldn't eat, he had a viral peg tube.
Who ran the farm for you? Because there would be, you know, we hear about all those diseases you get on farms and whatever because of the cow poo and all that business. I mean, presumably you couldn't expose your wounds to any of that.
No. Well, that was one thing. I didn't go near the cows in the milking parlour because of dirt and infection or maybe getting hit, you know, kicked.
Yeah.
But there was a fellow that worked for us, and he came back and stayed in very well, along with 2 other men that helped out of the milking. So they took over that milking project for 2.5 years, you know.
Gosh, you had to stay out of the whole farm for that?
Well, no, I was doing tractor driving and that.
Gosh.
But then my father, who was almost 80 years of age, I can overseen.
Your dad had it.
So I'm so thankful to him for what he done too, like.
How many operations have you had to have to get to this stage? Skin grafts.
Well,
They rebuilt your jaw, didn't they?
My jawbone was broken from here to here, and there's a lump of me gum away.
The main thing, Leslie, we've got to get across tonight is, I mean, thankfully you're here, you're alive to tell the tale. What would you say to folk at their fireworks displays this weekend?
You couldn't be careful enough, and definitely if you're at your own fireworks yourself, make sure and use a taper or a profile.
Okay.
No way you're going near it.
Never go back to a firework. Never go back.
Well,
that's one of the
yeah,
main
never
things,
go back.
yeah.
We're also very thankful to Mcindoe Surgical Centre, because we were sent there then because of the health service in Northern Ireland. We're very busy, and they sent us to Mcindoe Surgical Centre, where Mr. Peter Arnstein did the graft. He took some from his arm.
You see, no skin, Mr. Arnstein, he took skin from...
And tissue and blood supply.
Tissue. He got skin, tissue and blood from this arm here.
Yeah.
Well,
And that's made a flap on my face, and so, I'm so thankful. The Mcindoe Centre really set me on my feet again, you know.
well, you've been through so much, mate, all because of fireworks, and I'm sure you relive that moment.
Yeah.
You know, why did you go back? Why did you do it? But it could have happened. It could be anybody. It could be that could have happened to anybody. And thank you both so much for coming in and telling us your story. It is a warning to everybody for all the do's and don'ts on fireworks safety. You can go to the ITV website, itv.com/this morning, and all the rules and regulations, what you should do or shouldn't do to stay safe this weekend are there. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.